still waiting on a couple people, but whenever you're ready, Luke, they'll just jump on into the warm-up.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, today, before we begin, and I'll also show them again at the end here, one, because I'm moving again soon, and so my wife was like, get this crap out of here, but also because I wanted to educate you guys a little bit on what, this is kind of fun here, but this is what Dragon Boat jerseys kind of look like. So if this is your first time ever doing Dragon Boating, this is your first time on the call, you get kind of a special treat because these are sometimes what Dragon Boat jerseys look like. Sometimes there's not really a jersey. I know Team Blue has a really cool one down here, and Team Blue in Colorado has another one, which I did not bring. I should have brought that one, but we have our Arizona Team Blue jerseys that we have here. So this is one I had from GCU, just a very basic GCU Dragon Boat, and then it has a little antelope with paddles on it. How cool is that, people? Oh, so adorable. All right, so the next one I'm going to show is one of my favorites for sure. It's going to be something called Phoenix Fire Dragons, or PFD. And yes, that's a play on word of the PFD that you have to wear in the boat, personal flotation device. And so this is called PFD, and they have one of the coolest dragons on the jersey. Ooh, let's see. There we go. Okay. And then there's one on the back here, Phoenix Fire Dragons. It's all back there, and like the sleeves have dragons. Somebody counted all the dragons, and there's like 10 or 12 dragons on the shirt, which is pretty cool. And last but not least, really, really quick, if this is the first time you've ever done dragon boating, this is our Team Blue one in Arizona, which don't tell Chelsea or Chris, but I think is pretty cool. This is our one in Team Blue down here. And then I have like two of the Team Blue from Colorado in my closet as well. We have some downstairs, and those are actually really cool too because they say like Team Blue Adaptive Adventures. But what I love about the Team Blue ones from Colorado, they have a place to put your name. Like no more handing out name tags, no more nothing. But like they have a place, whoop, to put your name, because that's the worst part on a Dragon Boat team. When you stare at the back of someone's head for at least 2 hours a week and you're like, I still don't know this person's name. And it's the worst. It's the worst. Because, like,
just do what Kuna does. He calls everyone buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Buddy, dude, sup, hey, you know, done it all. So we'll kind of look at those again at the end of the call with showing some more videos from Bob and Marina with you know, our lovely this paddler. You don't want to be that paddler. I love that, where it's like this paddler, you know. So we'll have some fun with that. If you want, just kind of lean in on your computer real quick. Make sure you're muted. If you'd like to play pump up music or some, you know, workout music that you find exciting and motivating, I always encourage people to do that because we're on Zoom, we're on mutes, and you don't want to hear me breathing the whole time, and I don't want to hear myself breathing the whole time. So today it's going to be kind of a fun workout. We're going to, of course, warm up with our bands or our towel or our kind of bar. If you don't have any equipment, that's completely fine. We'll just be kind of using the stuff around us. We're going to be learning about supersets and compound sets today. Supersets and compound sets. So supersets are kind of what they kind of entail, where they make you feel like Superman in the sense of like, you're going to do two movements. So you work a push muscle and then you work a pull muscle. So they work two sides of a body part. There you go. Kuna's got it perfect. And then a compound set means combining. So like doing the same muscle. So like if I was going to do like one of the exercises we're going to do tonight is like a dumbbell press, which is a big movement. It hits the shoulders. And then we're going to do like a lateral raise, which is a smaller movement that's hit our shoulders again. So it's compounding on that muscle, thus fatiguing it a little bit more. So we'll talk about that towards the end as well. But grabbing our band here, all right. Okay. Now I've got a band here. You can have a towel. You can have a bar. If you don't have any equipment, that's okay. You can just kind of use the stuff around you. All right. We're going to take that band up nice and high and back Hand up nice and high, and then back forward. There we go. You know, I was just about to say, Gilbert, where is our intern? And there she is. Ah.
Oh, did you guys miss me?
We did. I showed up late again, but she showed up later. So let's throw some shame at the intern, all right? Yeah. No, they like you too much, Brooke. They like you way too much.
You know, they do. That's what I hear.
Terrible. Come on, people. Ah, all right. So now what we're going to do, right arm's going to come back, and then left arm's going to come forward. And right arm's going to come back, and left arm's going to come forward. Okay? And you keep those grips nice and wide. There you go. Yeah, Helena's got it. She's like, wait a minute. Yeah, this is again, I kind of warned you at the Adaptive Expo, Helena. This is my sobriety test for all of our Zoom calls. This exercise right here. So, no, I'm just messing with you. All right, so now we're going to switch. So now it's going to be left arm back, right arm forward, left arm back, right arm forward. Good. It was actually very interesting, and maybe you guys found this out over quarantine. Good, and relax. When you stop doing certain stretches or certain warm-up exercises or mobility things, or even maybe you stop doing dragon boating for a little bit, then you go back into it and you're like, holy cow, I have lost everything. Everything hurts. This is awful. So we're going to kind of work on that today a little bit. If you feel like you lost something along the way, we'll pick it back up. So grabbing that band one more time. Okay, palms are going to face up, and we're going to do some band pull-aparts. We're going to do 3 sets of 10, which is way more than we've ever done before, but we're going to do 3 sets of 10 today, okay? So big, huge pull it back, straight arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, relax. Now, Helena, I gotta warn you, Gilbert may use 100-pound dumbbells. Don't let him intimidate you, okay? Don't let Gilbert shame you or intimidate with his 100 pounds, triple digits, everything, all right? His band is like that thick or something like that, so no, I'm just messing. All right, one more time, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, we got one more little set, one little warm-up, and then we're going to hop into it here, okay? Now, we had the Adaptive Adventures Expo last week, and of course, I gave our little shout-out as a Dragon Boat team to our good intern, the Adaptive Adventure intern, Brooke here, and I was like, we have fun with the intern. I think I was the only instructor to say that, because I think I'm the only one who does it. So thank you so much, Brooke, for putting up with us. One more time, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So again, if you hopped on a little late, we're going to go over compound sets and supersets. So compound sets are exercises that hit the same muscle like back to back. So they compound on each other. And then supersets are kind of what like superheroes would do. If you look at a superhero, like everything's just jacked about them. Okay, so they got big chest, big back, big legs, big hamstrings. Like they're super, so they get supersets. Okay. All right. So for our first superset, okay, again, this is when we kind of break it up between maybe a standing exercise or on the ground exercise and also a seated exercise. So everything comes with the whole thing. So you find the exercise that works best for you. All right. So the first exercise is going to be a push-up, okay? If you don't want to do push-ups, I don't blame you. But if you want to stay seated, all right, you're going to grab a weight, or I'll show you with a band. You can kind of push a weight out in front of you and squeeze that weight, actively press and squeeze that weight in your hands, and you're going to be pushing in and out right here, activating those chest muscles, all right? Or I saw a good kind of adaptation from another one of our instructors. Oh, I just forgot his name. He works with the bands. Gilbert, help me out.
Greg.
Greg, yes. Okay, yes. So he works with the bands. If you're interested, I know I'm terrible. Interested in some of our bands, if you want a band class, okay, there's a big push right here. Okay, you can kind of wrap that around, hook your thumbs into it, push there. Okay, or some adaptations to the ground here. All right, is going to be regular push up, all the way down and up, on your knees, all the way down and up. Bring the knees in. Floor press right there. Okay? So take your pick. All right, and then the exercise in between is going to be a row. So you can bend over and row here, okay? Or you can stay seated, and we're going to literally act like we're on a boat, and we're going to row where we're leaning forward, big pull back. Okay? So, getting that band or the dumbbell, we've got 30 seconds for each. 3, 2, and press. Or push up. There we go. Helena's got it. Nice. Bob's got it. Good. And I'll be jumping back and forth in between here. So even if I'm doing an exercise that you either don't want to do or you can kind of find a variation that works for you, I'll be kind of jumping back and forth between either variation, okay? 3, 2, 1. Drop your band, drop your weight. Get in a row position, so either bent over row here, pulling up, all right? Or in the seated position, rowing here. Maybe if you have a TRX, you could show off and use your TRX with the row. Just saying, Kate. Okay, ready, go, pull. Kate has a fancy TRX that she's not using right now, but she could totally use. And I'll probably shame her for probably the next 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now you could probably make a GIF out of it or a t-shirt because I say it so many times. Squeeze the shoulder blades on that one. That's something we really talk about here. Good posture is kind of up high, squeezing, kind of pinching those shoulder blades back when we do any type of pulling motion, okay? All right, going back into the push-ups, going back into that superset where we're gonna push and then we're gonna pull. All right, 3, 2, and go. I'm gonna use my band this time. Good, you can kind of go at your own pace. This is our second set, so you can go a little faster or make it a little harder, do a different variation of the push-up if you'd like. Good. 8 seconds. And done. Put your band or weights to the side. Get ready for a row. Oh, there she goes. All right, there's the TRX. All right, Kate's showing off. Everyone just like applaud Kate for a second. She loves it. All right, 3, 2, 1, and row. Guaranteed 10 out of 10. Kate's going to text me later and be like, dude, come on. Come on. Good. Nice job, people. I love it, Kuna. Good row. Five, 4, 3, 2, big squeeze, done. All right. So in between sets, yes, I tend to talk and everything, but this is your rest time, okay? So while I do try to make you smile, make you laugh, make you not hate exercise as much as sometimes I do, but sometimes this is the time to kind of grab that drink, so feel free to grab a drink at any time. All right, I won't necessarily tell you to, because sometimes I forget, or I'll just kind of do it real quick and come back in. But if you need to grab a drink or if you need to take a break at all, please do on your own, kind of catch your breath. We're going to enter into our last set here. This is our final set of our superset, okay? We are going to break it up into our next supersets where we're going to hit some lower body and some upper body. Okay, so you can kind of pick between what works best for you. All right, so I'm headed to the ground for this final set of push-ups and rows. All right, 3, 2, and go for it. Good. I'm watching all of you. Nice. Halfway there. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Going into our row now. And row away. Nice. All right. 10 seconds. 3, 2, done. All right, grab a drink if you need it. Now, Gilbert, we're not getting the aerial view today. Why the different camera action today?
I always got to change it up, Luke.
That he does. That he does. Sometimes 100-pound curls on Monday, 120-pound tricep extensions on the other day, sleeves, no sleeves. Oh, there it is. Holy cow. Now there's like 5 of me. Well, we don't all have 80-inch screens like Gilbert, but we can dream. Maybe some of you who are doing this on your smartphone right now, you're like, Gilbert, that's just not fair. All right, next superset. We're going to do another superset, okay? This is when we kind of break it up into lower body and upper body. So you pick what you'd like to do, all right? For the first exercise, it's going to be a lunge. You can do a forward lunge or a backward lunge. Forward lunge or backward lunge. That is primarily hitting our quad muscle. You're like, his legs are white. Yes, they are. Big, big quad muscle there, all right? Then we're going to do a single leg RDL. Big fancy term, single leg RDL, okay? So we're going to stand on one leg, other leg comes back and down, back and down. No one looks pretty doing a single leg RDL, except if you're on TV, okay? That is primarily hitting the hamstring on the back of the leg, all right? The hamstring, okay? Our seated version, all right, we're going to flip it on its head a little bit, is going to be a overhead tricep extension with one arm. So I'm going to use one weight. It's going to be behind my head. I'm going to adjust my camera, sorry. Okay. Up over behind my head, press up, come back down, press up, back down, okay? That's going to hit primarily my tricep. All right, then we're going to do an old-fashioned curl, okay? I have to adjust my camera again. All right, and the dumbbell curl, it can be right in front. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to do a hammer curl, where it's in the shape of a hammer, okay? Or you want to do kind of a palms up curl, or you want to do a palms down curl. That's called pronation or supination. Okay, supination, pronation. All right, I'll let you decide. All right, if you'd like to make it a little bit more difficult, i.e. Kate, You can do a Trx curl to your forehead, all right? Make it a little bit more challenging doing a full body movement, okay? So either lunges, single leg RDL, curls, and tricep extensions, all right? So I'll demo the seated version first. 3, 2, 1, and go. Either lunges or tricep extension. And yes, I'll let you know when to switch. These are going to burn a little bit. Okay. We're going to try to keep that elbow as close as we can to our head. Good. We try to drive up. Good. Oh, I love Gilbert's variation. He's using a band. Love that. I didn't show that one, but if you want to look at Gilbert, you can. He's got a really, really good band version. Good. Relax. Okay. Now going to the other arm. What we do on one side, we always do to the other. All right. And go. Big press up. Nice. Good. Nice. 10 seconds. 3, 2, relax. Okay, now we're going to do the dumbbell bicep curl, or you've got the single leg RDL. So that's kind of swinging your leg back. Again, you don't have to be perfect to do a single leg RDL. You can hold on to something if need be. It can be as large of a movement or small of a movement as you'd like. All right. I'm just going to adjust my camera here. All right. Dumbbell curl. And it helps if I start the timer. Go! There we go. Good. One arm at a time. Again, master band version himself, Gilbert. He's got an amazing band apparatus set up there. Good. We should definitely do like a suns out, guns out, dragon boat style workout, you know, when the summer finally hits. And I heard in Colorado it's like 1 degree. Okay, relax. Now you're going to switch arms, okay? And go. My sister, who lives in Colorado, thought it was hilarious. She loves it when, I mean, maybe your phone does this too, but she loves it when her phone's like, it's 1 degree outside. It feels like -5. Like they always take the temperature and like subtract 5 or add 5 to it. And they're like, feels like 20, but it's actually 30 degrees outside or something like that. And relax, good. Okay, so either you're going to the next exercise, which is going to be the tricep extension with the right arm, or you're doing the lunges, okay? So I'm going to switch it up, go to the lunges, all right? Get my chair out of the way. Ready, and go. So I'm doing backwards lunges just to kind of keep my knee from sliding over my toe. You can go forward if you'd like. Good. Nice. And again, if you need to hold on to something ever, no shame. No shame. Hold on to something, get your balance, work on your balance. Okay. And relax. All right. Going into the other arm, doing the overhead tricep extension with the tricep muscle. Other lunge. And go. Nice. Good. I like Helena holding her dumbbells while she's doing her lunge and doing the curl. Booyah. Good. Nice. 3, 2, done. All right. Now we're moving into the bicep curl or that lovely RDL. Again, no one looks pretty doing an RDL, but it's okay. We're going to have Gilbert share a funny story of probably someone biffing it doing an RDL on Zoom. He's probably seen it a couple times. People go down and then they open up their hip and then boom, crash. Okay? All right, ready and go. You can hold weights doing the RDL. You can hold onto a bar, a pole, a bed, your table if you need to. All right. Three, two, whoa, okay, and one. There we go. Whoa, okay. Lost it a little bit there. All right. Other arm, other leg, and go. Try not to lose my balance, as you can see. My left leg is a little more wobbly today. Good, there we go, okay. Good. 5, 4, 3, sorry. And 1, good. Whew. Lost my balance there. Good. All right, so those are our two compound movements right there, okay? Where it's either a push or a pull. You can kind of do a core movement and another exercise that kind of works with those core movements, all right? Sometimes a rotational exercise, and then rotating on the other side. That might be a compound movement, or I'm sorry, a superset. I keep saying compound, superset. We're going to do a compound movement next, where now we're going to hit the same muscle 2 times in a row. Okay, so make it a little bit more fatiguing. Compound sets are actually really good if you're working out at home and you don't have like big, huge 100-pound dumbbells like Gilbert. So I just keep saying that. I don't know if Gilbert has 100-pound dumbbells or not, but it's like, dude, let it go. But no, if you have very little equipment or little weight, sometimes compound movements help you get a lot done with a little. Okay, so that's one of those benefits. So we're going to grab our weights. Okay, if you have weights, you can use water bottles, soup cans, water jugs. You can also use bands. And we're going to have them at the ready at our shoulders. Press up over our head. Bring them back down. Press up. Bring back down. Fairly simple dumbbell overhead press. Then, this is when it's going to burn. All right. Then we're going into a lateral raise. Okay, so I'm sitting on the edge of my chair here. I'm going to raise my arms up, come back down, up, down. All right, thus taxing the shoulders even more. All right, ready, dumbbell press and go. You can do it standing if you like. I'm going to do it seated just so I stay in camera shot. Good. Yeah, don't you love that about Zoom? I actually met somebody I've only met over Zoom a couple weeks ago, and they were like, oh my gosh, you're so tall. Like, you look so short on the Zoom call. And I was like, I'm about 6'1", but I'm really not that tall, but I guess they thought I was like 5'6", and relax. So they were like, oh my gosh, you're so tall, I don't even recognize you. And I was like, thank you? Like, I don't know what to say to that, but thank you. Maybe you've had similar Zoom experiences where you're like, you finally meet somebody. For me, it was somebody like at my Bible study or a family member where I've met them and I'm like, that is not what they look like at all on Zoom. Holy cow. All right, doing the lateral raise. 3, 2, and lateral raise. Good. You're starting to maybe feel your shoulders fatigue just a little bit after that overhead press. Don't you worry. We've got 2 more sets. 2 more sets. You'll feel it. Don't worry. We won't leave you behind. Good. Done. Done, done, done. All right, 2 more sets. Just kidding. I was going to say 1 more set. 2 more sets. I love you guys too much. 2 more sets. All right. Go ahead and grab a drink if you need to. Okay. All right. Overhead press. 3, 2, 1. Press it up. Good. A little faster. Nice. Find that tempo that kind of works for you. And 3, 2, we're burning. And donezo. All right. Blink twice if you're feeling the compound set. Just kidding. You can give me a thumbs up instead. I can barely see your eyes on the Zoom call. All right, ready, and lateral raise, go. I was on this fun Zoom call the other day where it was an instructor, and he was like, if you're in pain and you want to keep going, say yes, and everyone's on mute. And he's like, perfect, good, I can't hear any of you. So I just thought that was funny. Because you are all on mute. Ugh. Good, 3, 2. Oh, done. All right. Helena, do you got 1 more in you? She says yes. Perfect. Perfect. All right. All right. She's like, yeah. Okay. All right. 1 more. 1 more. So, especially with compound sets, all right, when you feel like your shoulders, we're working on our shoulders, so our shoulders or that muscle group is getting really tired at the end. Okay, really tired. You don't have to go as fast. Just try to get the full range of motion, okay? But really focus on form, okay? And that's something we really preface here, we really talk about is proper form. So let's say I'm going and I'm like, and you start to see me go like this, where I'm like crawling and pressing like this. The weight's too heavy. I'm going to drop my weights, I'm going to drop my ego, and I'm just going to press with my body weight here, okay? Because proper form is way more important than how much weight I can lift or how cool I look on the Zoom call. All right. Yeah, Kuna's like, flex on them. All right. Ready, and go. Good. So as those shoulders fatigue, doing your best to keep that form. Good. All right, final 10 seconds. Come on, push, 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 push. This is it, this is it. Come on. 3. No, Helena, come on. Whoa, relax. Good. All right. Okay, I'm going to stall a little bit. Have your shoulders recover. All right, they're done recovering. Go ahead and hop into that lateral raise. 3, 2, 1. Go for it, people. Oh, you're an animal. You're a beast. I'm talking to myself here. This is great. Oh, come on. There we go. Good. Oh, get those arms up as high as you can. Ah! Good. Sound effects help. You're on mute. Let it out. Oh, good. Nice. Almost there. Come on. Finish. Ah, go, done. Whew. All right, so maybe you're feeling a little bit more burn from the compound sets than you are the supersets, okay? That's again because we're hitting that muscle twice in a row versus the supersets, we were actually letting the muscle group to kind of relax, okay? So supersets are good again if you're doing really intense exercises, like let's say you're doing a pull-up, you're doing a full body weight pull-up, that's a hard exercise, or you're doing a big row, okay? Or you're doing a heavy squat or something like that, where it's a really intense exercise. Giving that muscle a time to relax while you hit the opposite or antagonist group of muscles can be very beneficial when it comes to training, okay? Then sometimes mixing in, like we did a heavy push-up, was also like a press. So it's another push, okay? That'd be a compound set. Those are good for working on kind of that endurance. You're feeling that in your shoulders right now, where you're feeling that kind of burn. That's that endurance, okay? We have one more compound series, okay? And again, we're going to split it up into kind of a lower body or an upper body version, all right? So for our lower body version, we've got squats, okay? That's SKWATZ, squats, all right? Just kidding, okay? You can do it from a chair if you'd like, sitting up from the chair, standing up from the chair, all right, back down to your seat, or if you feel comfortable, you can go kind of like an air squat. Get your feet about shoulder width apart, sit those hips back, down and up. All right, there's your squat, okay? Or if you don't want to go all the way down, half squats are acceptable, okay? With the squat, you're going to do a glute bridge. A glute bridge. So the squats work a lot of muscles, but we're going to particularly focus on the glutes. So we're going to then go to the ground. We're going to push our hips up, big squeeze in the glutes, come back down, up, down, up, down. All right? That's going to be our compound set. Okay? Then for the seated position, okay, you can hold weights if you'd like. We're going to do dumbbell X's. Dumbbell X's. What that looks like, grabbing my dumbbells here, okay? I'm going to have my arms kind of crossed. Right arm goes up, left arm goes up. Right arm goes up, left arm goes up, okay? If you feel comfortable and you would like, you can raise both arms up into a Y, and that's a little bit more difficult, a little bit more challenging in the chair, up to you, okay? Then our second exercise, our compound exercise, is again going to hit the rear delt, hit those traps a little bit. This is a really good exercise for posture. It's called the face pull. We're going to bring our hands forward, pull them back. My elbows are going to be by my eyes. So my elbows are high. They're not down here, but pulling up, big face pull. All right? Everyone looks confused. This is good. When everyone looks confused or tired or sweating, this is what we want. All right, so either squats or glute bridges. I'm going to start with my dumbbell X's. I'm going to go 2 arms here, then go into the face pull. This is it, people. 3, 2, and go. Good. Working on now the back muscles. Kuna and Evie doing the squats. Nice. Bob's doing a squat. Love it. Good. Big fly up. Nice. Big compound movement here. And rest. Now you're either going to the ground for the glute bridges, or you're staying here. You got the big face pulls. All right. If you have a TRX, you can also do a face pull from your TRX. Ready, set, go! Nice. Big tug. You can also use weights or a band with this. Nice. I love it, Kuna. Good. Drive those elbows up, up, up. Good. You try to throw your hands almost back behind your head. And woo, rest. Oh, okay. those burn a little bit. Those can burn either with the squats, with the quads, glute bridges, again, firing those glutes again. Very challenging, all right? But we've got more. Helena's like, yes, yes, more please. All right, X's again. She's like, ah, ready, set, and X away or squats, go. Good. Uh-oh, Gilbert, they're all doing squats. What happened? What happened? They're all doing squats except us. Come on, Gilbert. We got to get on the same page. Ugh. Good, we got 5 seconds. This is like a first. This is definitely a first when everyone is not doing what Gilbert and I are doing. And rest. But Gilbert and I, gotta have those zoom guns. Those zoom guns, All right. Gotta make a shirt. All right. Face pulls or glute bridges, and go. Good. I know it kind of feels like you're doing the monster, okay. All right, kind of big monster look. Helen knows exactly what song I was thinking about. She's like, oh, I'm literally doing it. Yeah, there it is. Big pullback. Good. 3, 2, big squeeze, and done. Whew. Even just with body weight, those are burners. Compound sets. Okay. We've got one more in us, and then we're going to either watch some more videos or we can talk more a little bit about dragon boating. All right. Squats or glute bridges, dumbbell X's, and face pulls. Ready? 30 seconds on the clock. Go for it. Good, and we are halfway. Nice. I honestly really like Helena's version of the squat. She's doing it off of, looks like a sofa or a bed. Really good. Nice. 3, 2, rest. Shout out to Kuna and Evie for also doing a good variation. Nice. All right. Face pulls. Maybe we'll call them monster pulls, just for the heck of it. All right. Monster pulls and glute bridges. Go. Nice. Big throw back of the hands. Nice. Almost there. This is it. This is the end of the workout. Speed it up a little bit. 1, 2, come on, 3, 4, last one, 5, relax. Okay. Awesome job, people. Hopefully today you found the difference between a compound set and a superset. We've done a lot of different workouts on this call as far as like high intensity training. We've done endurance, we've done strength, we've done isometric, we did compound and supersets. You name it, it's somewhere in there. And we always kind of try to mix it up a little bit. So awesome job. I can pass it off to Gilbert or Bob if you have something to show.
Yeah, so we still have like 5 more videos. I can start off with those, Luke and Bob, and then you guys can talk like last week, each one after each video. So let me share my screen real quick.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the disabled world other than some crazy guy, Chris, a few years ago called us and said he wanted to put 20 wounded warriors in a tippy boat on mucky water. Is there a way when we go over the paddling that we can kind of show like how somebody with one arm would paddle or unable to move a leg or something? Or how it's adapted?
Yeah, no, that's actually a great question. And I'm going to allow Evie and Kuna, if Evie and Kuna want to also talk about this a little bit. You know, you can share your guys' story if you'd like. You don't have to, but you know, as we've kind of part like adapted to some of our paddlers, if they have a spinal cord injury, depending on what level and what function of the spinal and what type of spinal cord injury they have, sometimes going back and forth is a little difficult. So we may put them in kind of a lean position, but kind of block their legs up, where their legs might kind of hold them up a little bit. Or, you know, depending on if there's, like some of our paddlers have some, like a cognitive disability, so there's like some timing issues where they may not be able to hit at the same beat, really working on momentum and really working on kind of that cadence, even at home.
We could talk about our difficulties. We have neurological problems, so one side of the body is stronger than the other, so that dictated what side.
So she's always on the right and I'm on the left.
Absolutely. So yeah, so we kind of, honestly, the answer is it depends on the person and we work around it. We've had one-arm paddlers, we've had one-leg paddlers and stuff like that. So we work around it as far as like we've had kids in the boat, we've had older adults, we've had veterans, you know, that's why we serve civilians. So like Team Blue, again, that's why we serve civilians with disabilities, veterans with non-disabilities, and veterans with disabilities. And so that's why Team Blue exists. And so that's why it's a huge vast majority on the boat. And I mean, you know, we also have people speak to this a little bit where just because you don't see a disability doesn't mean that person isn't working through something, you know, and that's a huge part of what we do as well. Is a lot of Team Blue is more of that community support and that community family support in the sense of building that family. And I think we've definitely built up a little Dragon Boat Zoom family. Who knew that was going to exist? But you know, kind of building on that. But as far as like the videos, getting back to the videos, if you want to show, I think Chad and Chelsea would be really good contacts for that. Like you want to show like what a seat looks like and how we adapt that to an actual Dragon Boat seat. And if you want to talk about a lot of our members face like pressure sore issues because that's some hard planks in the boat. And so getting some, you know, cushions or something like that can float, that they can sit on is great. Or even using some of those wood blocks that we have in the past. I know, Bob, you and I have done that with a couple people's feet before to kind of make sure their feet don't like flex forward. Or I think we kept Gary's leg on that way. He has a amputated leg, and we like wedged it in, so it kept popping off in the boat. It was hilarious. We would be paddling, and it would just be like boom. You'd hear this like boom in the boat, and be like Gary would be like, "My leg fell off again." We're like, "Okay, stop the boat. We got to do this again." So we work around it, people. That's the story.
I was just wondering on other people's stories because I say I know nothing. I've worked with Team Blue since it started, but you know, I didn't know how other people in like Phoenix or where else how like they're dealing with a one-arm paddler, different cognizance on one side or the other. So we can, you know, as new paddlers come along.
I knew somebody was an adaptive paddler.
Yeah, definitely. And we kind of, not that people have to share about their story at all, but we kind of ask them, you know, like, hey, sometimes in Team Blue, we'll let people sit in the boat for a practice. We'll say, hey, you're going to be in the back, or you get to kind of watch from the dock. And if this is something you think you can do, then we allow you in the boat. And some people stay and they love it. And some people are like, I got splashed a lot. And I was like, that happens sometimes. So, but no, good question.
I think the only thing I've ever paddled was a canoe.
It's very similar. It's similar, but it's extremely different to canoe and kayaking, and it's really close. But like dragon boating is kind of just its own thing in the end, where there's just so many little minor things, just like with canoeing and outrigger and all the different water sports out there. There's just very unique things that make it personal for sure.
Well, what do you do? What happened?
No, we're still here, Helena. There's a
withdrawal of the paddle.
Gilbert is sharing his screen.
Oh, I see.
We can see this paddler, hand is very loose up top. That's what she's using. Really just the thumb, if you can, to pull the paddle out. As soon as you're right about the knee, she pulls it out. Now, Luke has been teaching this type of stuff with the arms and the fast motion. This is a very fast motion to get it out and back. Remember, as soon as it comes out...
You guys see the video?
No.
Oh, no.
Paddler
No.
is doing...
Hey, Gilbert. We
Can you guys hear it?
We could hear it. We just couldn't see it.
Oh, okay.
What the four of us were doing was just kind of putting together ideas, little tricks we've picked up over the years. It is different than... So now we work on the withdrawal of the paddle. Some people think of pulling a sword out of the sheath.
No go.
This paddler, hand is very loose up top.
So we can only see basically the URL at the top of the screen, but we can't see the video.
Okay, let me try something real quick.
Maybe Gilbert's like me and he has like 70 tabs open, and then when he goes to share his screen, Google's like all over the place.
But just on that, Luke and everybody, what we're trying to show is that there's four, while he's getting that ready, there's four parts of the paddling stroke. I don't know if that's what you guys do in Arizona. Stabbing down, pulling back, lifting up, and then reaching forward. One of the things about that is the only time the boat's going forward is during the draw while you're actually paddling. Everything else, the boat's actually slowing down. You only want to use those muscles when you need to, as you exercise people know. That's why when we pull the paddle up, we just use our thumb or whatever we can to go real light. No death grips.
So, oh yeah, okay, here we go. There we go. Now it's working. Beautiful.
So now we work on the withdrawal of the paddle. Some people think of pulling a sword out of the sheath. We can see this paddler, hand is very loose up top. That's what she's using. Really just the thumb, if you can, to pull the paddle out. As soon as you're right about the knee, she pulls it out. Now, Luke has been teaching this type of stuff with the arms and the fast motion. This is a very fast motion to get it out and back. Remember, as soon as it comes out, the boat is slowing down. That paddler is doing her own thing. You notice the paddle's coming back. So while it's back here, she's splashing everybody and she's driving the boat down, creating all sorts of eddy currents. So Charlie back here has terrible, terrible water, cannot get any traction. The other thing too is she's got a death grip, top and bottom. Her hands are going to be worn out before she knows it. For some reason, she's coming out this way. She's taking the time to come out here versus this paddler is coming straight forward. So if you look at the time difference it takes, she can slap around versus this long, long loop. Remember, this whole time the boat's slowing down. Okay, good.
Nice, nice. That's actually a perfect video. I hope everyone got kind of see that, but that's something you're going to do when you come to First Dragon Boat. Like, it's inevitable. You're gonna do this with your paddle, because that's kind of that canoe style that you see on TV, and that's like what you see the whitewater rafting people do on TV, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. It just doesn't work on the Dragon Boat. Like, you're gonna be probably very disliked at first, because as you could see just in that short little clip, like, you're gonna lose timing. You're not gonna be able to keep up with other people. And also, this classic move of lifting water into the boat gets you enemies very quickly, because you are literally dumping cold water onto their lap. And nobody likes sitting in just a cold heap of like wet ice water, especially in the winter, especially if it's just happened to be like windy outside or something like that. So
And if it's gross, like from
Oh,
Tempe 10 Lake.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, Tempe Town Lake. We actually we had they basically stocked the lake with fish one year, and then an algae bloom happened and killed all the fish. And so we literally
Yes.
went through about 100 yards of dead fish. It was terrible. It was awful.
It was disgusting.
There was somebody new on the boat, and bless their heart, they started scooping. We call them scoopers, and they scooped dead fish into the boat, and it hit a lady in the chest, and she was like, ah! But it was awesome. It was so funny. But no, that's a great video. And again, talking about timing and the different parts of the stroke, and just like Bob was kind of saying, hopefully I can kind of show you with my paddle here, but kind of driving that paddle forward from the front, it kind of looks like driving that paddle forward, rotating, then whoop, kind of diving deep into it, pressing down with that top hand. All right. And if you can notice my hands, I can almost do this stroke with open hands here. So I'm stroking, all right, and coming right in here, and my hands and my fingers are relaxed and they're open, and I'm basically just gripping with my thumb. And that's something we can talk about even more next week, as far as like, I mean, same thing with the compound sets and supersets. You felt that today with like bigger muscles fatigue less than smaller muscles. So smaller muscles are going to get tired. So like your forearms right in here are going to get a lot more tired than your bigger muscles, like your big shoulders, your big chest, big back muscles, etc. So we'll definitely kind of talk about that more and kind of keep learning about that. I have to run, people, but if you'd like to stay on, you can keep talking. If you want to show another video, that's absolutely fine. And we'll see you guys next week, next Tuesday.